Hi guys, going through my junk pile, found I got this 2013 DWA LLC, whoever that might be, copyright SML, made in China. I'm not entirely sure that it does anything significant. It's got some sort of release mechanism there, which I think they're supposed to lock back in position and then they flick forwards. Looks like there's a spring in there. Looks like it might shoot something out of its mouth. Little LED. I suspect it might roar. Might. Doesn't appear to be an on-off switch of any sort. I could just put some batteries in it, see if it does do anything. But I think we'll just take it apart and see what's in there. Oh, that doesn't want to come out. I think I need a bigger screwdriver. Put that one. That's better. So 2 of those little batteries. LR41. It's bound to be the size we haven't got, isn't it? AG3 is the equivalent. AG3, okay. So put them to one side so we know they're the dead ones. Okay, so we've got fresh batteries. So I think they're supposed to lock back in position, and then that button under there releases them. Or that button releases whatever's in the spring mount there. Still, nothing much happening there with batteries in it. So I reckon this one's going in the bin. But first of all, we'll take the bits out of it. That's coming off. I reckon there might be a screw underneath those batteries. No, no screw there. I think we're going to have to remove his tail. That's what's holding it together. There's a screw buried under there somewhere. Or whatever glue they used, it's worked well. Get this apart without, I might be able to just lift those off there, yeah. Right, a little bit easier to handle now. Looks like that's just well glued on. Now we can see the screw. Oh well, it's something different to do a tear down on. So what have we got? That's the release mechanism for the wings. Oh, I suppose if I put one back on there, so that spring down in there somewhere. Let's just assume it's got to be something like that. Yeah, so that's... Oh, battery's charged. Let's put that springs around there.
pressure on, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to work very well with me holding it in place, but clearly that pushing that releases that. So when they're back in position, pushing that lever in there would release them. I can't hold it. Never mind. You can see the idea. That would release them. If I took the springs off, it might be easier to demonstrate, thinking about it. They won't fly forwards, but at least we can see the movement. So we get clipped in place. And then, yeah, that one's broken on that side anyway. Yeah. Okay, so that's that little bit of mechanism. So what else have we got? That's the only little switch in there. But because we didn't have the top of the head, I should think the top of the head had a lever on it that would have pushed that little switch. So if we put the batteries back in again, and the light comes on. And that's it, is it? Oh, I was hoping there might have been some sound effects, but there is nothing in there to give us any sound effects. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. I was hoping for one that roared or something. I guess the top of the head would have had something coming back in here that pressed that little lever, and also there would have been something that compressed that spring and was held in place by that little latch there. And again, when you push the top of the head, that probably pushed that in and released whatever it was that was in his mouth. Oh well, and that's about it. Anything salvageable? Well, we've got an LED, we've got a little switch, so they're worth keeping. We've got a screw, spring, there's another spring there. Springs, small resistor for the little battery pack. The rest of it, those metal posts might be useful. But the rest of it, the plastic, is going in the bin. Yeah. So one less bit of junk in my junk room. I've no idea what it was called. Probably something to do or inspired by that, whatever it was, How to Tame Your Dragon or something. But yeah, that's going in the bin. Right, I've done a bit more extreme teardown. I've actually cut the little projectile launcher out of the head. That's what all this is. I've also opened it. It was glued together, but I'm holding it still now so we can actually see it. So that's our little release button. I've just taken this brush and carved a little notch on the end of it, so we can push that in. That's held in place by the little release mechanism. There we go. So push it in, held by there, and then release. Not very strong that time. So if we take it apart now, you can see the components. So that goes in there. It actually, because it gets wider as it goes up, that's actually gripping the end there. And then that piece is getting held in place by that little catch. And then when we release it, out it comes again. So it just catches in that notch, and that releases it. So spring there, that's the little bit that catches in there. It literally just sits in there. And focus. There we go. So that's how the little launcher works. That might even be savable. I could release, that could release something. I could have a servo just rub against the end of that, and that would release it. If I can get it back together and glue it in place. So I might not throw that bit away. Very simple. I'll keep that in focus. Just about to see that bit moving in there.
Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.